Hi y'all, welcome to GroFit Cooking. Today we'll be making impossible beef tacos. I want to show you just how easy it is to make this meat-free, dairy-free dish for your family. We will be starting with impossible beef. In the last couple years, mock meats have come a very long way, even to where this one, I'm sure you've heard about it on the news, is pink but cooks and browns up like minced beef. So it's an easy substitute for tacos. But to make it more whole food plant-based, because this is more processed than I would like, I'm gonna bring in some whole foods as much as possible. And in this dish, I'm throwing in 2 cans of pinto beans because my husband loves pinto beans and he is the one I'm trying to please at the moment, as this is a big transition for him. We are, and I told him this recently, flexitarian. Which means at home I cook whole food plant-based meals. Vegetarian, very little dairy. I still like Greek yogurt, but I cut out as much cheese as possible. This is at home and on our normal day-to-day life. But when we go to restaurants, we're with friends, traveling, it's a little trickier depending on where you are. And when you're in someone's home, you don't want to be ungracious or not welcome back again because you're too finicky. So we eat what is provided. Flexitarian, there you have it. So for our dish, I want to keep this simple so that you can make it at home easily, again and again. Here are my taco seasoning spices. I don't buy them from a jar because they have additives and preservatives in that jar to keep it from coagulating, to give it longer shelf life. It's so easy. You could bottle up your own, get your spices in bulk if that's what you need to do, but I don't find it so tricky to open 5 spice jars and dish out what I need. I've got a teaspoon of smoked paprika. I really liked smoked flavor. A teaspoon of cumin powder, and then half a teaspoon of Chipotle Chile powder. It's one of my favorites, also a smoked chili. I've got oregano, half teaspoon, and half teaspoon of coriander. 2 cans of pinto beans, and a can of crushed tomatoes, along with my diced onion, 4 cloves of garlic minced. With the impossible beef, this is what you need for your taco filling. Easy peasy, make a double batch, put it in the freezer. Actually, this much lasts us several meals, and I do end up putting a smaller size portion in the freezer for when we're feeling lazy, we could pull it out and make nachos. How's that? All right, let's get cooking. We're ready to get started now. I've got my oil just getting ready to get too smoky. Let's get the onion in there. Start with your onion, and we are going to saute until it's soft and has some color. Never rush your veg. I mention this in my cooking videos. Being Cajun, I know that this is where the flavor starts at the beginning, and failed cooks, this is usually your problem. You're not stir frying your beautiful, fragrant vegetables long enough in the beginning. Once our onion is nice and soft and has some color starting to come to it, I'm going to toss in the garlic. Don't want to do it too soon. Garlic will burn easily. So if it starts browning on the edges too quickly, lower your temperature. Got your fire up too high. Nice. I'm going to go ahead and add my garlic. Sweeten up that garlic. This is about when the family says, "Smells good in there. What you cooking?" Onions. All right, the garlic's mixed in. Give it just a minute more. And then we'll get started with our impossible beef. My kitchen scissors, open this up. Oh, it has a, can I? No, I can't. Maybe you can. And 2 sides here. There we are. Have a look-see. In goes the impossible beef to the onions and garlic. Pulling it all over yourself if you like. And then you just start breaking it up. This one's been out of the freezer just a short time, but I've done it completely frozen. Again, just watch your temperature and adjust so it doesn't brown on the outside too quickly as it thaws in the middle. But just start breaking it up. And that's what you're gonna do. It is like a minced texture, but just like minced beef, you have to break it down. And then we let this cook for a few more minutes. Am I getting a nice warm glisten for being over the stove? Over the Instant Pot. We're nearly ready for our spices. Just want to break it up and separate it before you put the beans in. That way you're not mashing it all in together. Just right. So now, spices. Let's bring them on in. We'll start with our cumin, smoked paprika, 1 teaspoon of each of those, and then half teaspoon of my chipotle powder, half teaspoon of oregano, and half teaspoon, this is coriander. And salt and pepper, I'll just wait. And add a little bit. Let's mix in the spices. And all we have left to go are the beans and the crushed tomatoes. I often sneak in extra cumin. I love cumin. My husband loves cumin. We use it in so many dishes now, thinking, what's the matter with us? Never added it to our eggs in the morning. I don't think I will. But if you tried it with breakfast eggs with cumin in the dish, put it in the comments below. I'd be interested to see what it looks like. Might give it a try. All right, that is ready. In go my beans, 2 tins of pinto, my husband's favorite, and 1 can. This is crushed tomatoes. With the sauce, don't drain anything. And to this, I'll add about half a can of water. Rinse that around a little. Put all that tomato in there. Smells so good. And let's lower this if I can. Start. And it's quieter. After simmering our mixture for 15 to 20 minutes, it will be ready to serve. You can always taste it with a few tortilla chips. And again, I look for a brand that has as few additives and preservatives as possible. I'm gonna add about a teaspoon of salt and my pepper. You can do this after if you like, but I know we're gonna want the black pepper anyhow. And I'll just taste it once more after it simmers. To finish it up, we are going to put some tortillas. You can use corn or flour. For toppings, I do shredded lettuce, diced tomato. The one thing we do omit is cheese because we're trying to stay away from dairy. But because Greek yogurt has good probiotics in it, good cultures, I mix a little salt and pepper. You can squeeze a little lime juice in there if you like, and even put a little bit more herbs to season it up, and it makes a nice dip. We do not miss sour cream, and if my husband doesn't miss sour cream, it's pretty good stuff. You might just not like yogurt, then I don't know what to tell you. There are other options out there. I just want to say too that my daughter, she's 23 years old, and she tells me when she comes for a meal and is eating one of these dishes, just not to tell her, because she really enjoys it, but once she knows it's not real meat, then she has a problem with it in her mind. Shh, it's our secret. Well, that's our recipe for today, Impossible Beef Tacos. I hope you make it for your family and it's a big hit like it is here. Until next time, bye y'all.